What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Big hockey media news went down today. Telus and CBC have the exclusive rights to hockey NHL broadcasts in Canada, and TSN's been squeezed out much the same way. ESPN was squeezed out in the U.S. 9 years ago, and hockey coverage in the U.S. has never been the same. It's definitely suffered. It's not a knock on NBC, but you look at the hockey guys that are on ESPN. Melrose, Butcher Gross, Steve Levy. They're out of their element. And I love Bucci, I love Levy, but you can tell that they'd give anything to have the NHL back where it belongs. And I don't think this will be the case in Canada. A, because it's hockey in Canada, and B, because CBC does such an amazing job. But as someone who loves Bob McKenzie and is someone I idolize as an analyst, who is the very best in hockey media. It's tough to see the network he works at get squeezed out. And, I don't know. I know it's 12 years, $5.25 billion. I mean, some figures along those lines. And, everyone's going to be okay money-wise. But, he is the best of the best. And to see his network no longer have, rights of NHL broadcasts, it's tough. And, I think the deal's going to end up being really good for hockey. I think the salary cap's going to go up. And if I'm a guy whose contract's going to be up the next couple of years, I'm going to look for a high-end player. Going to look for a nice bump in pay. And, that's the nature of the beast. But, they having Bob McKenzie not on a network with hockey is tough. And, like I said, hockey has not been the same in the United States in the last 10 years. It's definitely making a comeback. It's on the rise. It's a sport on the rise, but it's disheartening. And I think it's gonna be a similar circumstance, at least the first couple of years. But Canadians love their hockey, and they'll get their hockey, and I think it'll be an expanded coverage. I love TSN, and they are the cream of the crop, and cover hockey the way it should be covered. I mean, ESPN was never really great with hockey, but they were all right. When they had the NHL, now it's minimal coverage, which is unfortunate because there's so many good plays and good players and aren't marketed enough by the worldwide leader in sports, which is again disheartening. But that's the nature of the beast with hockey in both countries. But I just hope Bob McKenzie's role isn't marginalized because of this, and I want to see him front and center as often as possible because, like I said, he is the best in the business, and hopefully, the powers at hand, NHL, the broadcast partners, whoever, get McKenzie at the forefront. Because, like I said, I can't reiterate how much I love the guy, and the whole panel is sounds great, but he is the best and the best of the best, and I'm curious to see what becomes of this. But I think long term will be good for the NHL because just the influx of cash, and that's not even the local media markets. It's just a national thing. So. And a preference to all 7 Canadian teams from that deal, which is fair, and I like that. Obviously, keeping as much money in Canada as possible is good for that country's economy, and understandable because it's a Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, right? Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Bob McKenzie's future. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.